Another Madden 26 Super Bowl. It's gonna be the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. I chose the Lions because one of you guys wants to see a Super Bowl with the Lions facing a team in real life in the Super Bowl, and I chose the Patriots because the Patriots are the team that's currently in the Super Bowl this year. Anyway, the Super Bowl this year is in Santa Clara, California, home of the 49ers Stadium, which is Levi's Stadium. Unfortunately, though, the 49ers did not make the Super Bowl this year. They got eliminated in the playoffs by the Seahawks. So, it's disappointing that we won't be able to see a team play in their home stadium since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did a few years earlier with Tom Brady. But anyway, I'm playing as the Detroit Lions, a team with 0 Super Bowl rings versus the Patriots team that has multiple Super Bowl rings. I believe they have 6 Super Bowl rings. Well, let's hope we can help the Lions get there first, because I think that's what they deserve. As the planes fly over, usually during the national anthem and celebration of the Super Bowl, let's get ready for this epic Super Bowl game. And looks like the Lions are going to be getting the ball first, apparently. And now here we go. That ball's kicked in the air, and here we go. Lions are going to be going on the way. The New England's going to try and get it there, and they still get him at the 30. There's Jared Goff, a veteran QB, 10th NFL season. Started his career with the Los Angeles Rams. Unfortunately, though, after a while, the Rams thought they could do better, and they did. They traded Jared Goff basically for Matthew Stafford. And the rest is history, as Stafford was not only able to get a Super Bowl ring, but he also just recently got another MVP, so congratulations to him. And that pass was incomplete, by the way. That was not what I wanted. And now Jared Goff's going to try and get down the field with a run here. Let's see if we can. It's going to be tough. Their defense is pretty good. And here we go. Oh, right there. Right through the run, right through the hole. There it goes! Down the sideline, all the way. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Huge running play that was going to go against them, and it was a good one. It was Jamar Gibbs that made the touchdown. That was actually pretty good. He ran 70 yards to get the first score of the game. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. That was a good touchdown right there. And now, the New England Patriots are going to try and block their extra point. But all I can say is, try. Just try. And that is a 7-0 lead. The Lions were able to get down the field quickly and get the first score of the game. Now, the New England Patriots have a turn. We're going to kick off to New England, and they're going to try and get the ball down the field with Drake Maye, the quarterback for the New England Patriots, which is going to be interesting since Drake Maye is in his second year with the New England Patriots. And it was kind of interesting, like a few years earlier, they tried to use quarterback Cam Newton to help them, but unfortunately didn't work out. Then they tried Mac Jones. Once again, didn't work out. And after a while, they finally found their spark with Drake Maye, landing on their first Super Bowl appearance since 2019. Actually, 2018, excuse me. And Drake Maye's going to try a run, and he will run, and whoa, 6-yard run. Whew. Unfortunately, the Patriots, when they played a Super Bowl previously, they ran into the Philadelphia Eagles, who actually won their first Super Bowl that year. So, thank you, Nick Foles. Thank you. Sorry about that. I was... excuse me again. Apparently, I've been... with a runny nose, and a quick pass. That was to Stephon Diggs, the brother of Trayvon Diggs, a quarterback in the NFL. He was once on the Cowboys, but then the Cowboys cut him. Then he played for the Packers briefly. Then they cut him. I like to wonder if he'll ever come back to another team. And oh yeah, hard sack, 4-yard loss. So that's a pretty good one. And the Lions now have a second 14 situation for them. well, the Patriots have it against them. And they're going to try to get a pass, and they will get 9 yards. If that was a 2nd and 10, that would have been a 3rd and 1. But they saw a sack earlier, it's now 3rd and 5. Drake Maye trying to focus and pressure. And easy first down, a low tackle. Drake Maye is throwing the ball down the field and putting pressure on the defense. This is not what I wanted, but hey, it's the Super Bowl. Everyone puts their best foot forward in a Super Bowl usually. So now up the middle and hard knock down. That is 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. And now we got this in, which they're going to do a fake play action and low tackle. But Demario Douglas made a big catch right there. And dude, I wouldn't celebrate. Why do you celebrate just after a tackle? I mean, the guy went down the field, got a few yards. You got to focus on getting this guy. Uh-oh. And they got incomplete pass. 4th and 4. I thought he had it for a second. Instead, he dropped it. And they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Okay. I mean, do I blame them? Because if they get a first down, that's decent field position. And they could end up going for a field goal opportunity if they miss the next few downs. All right, here we go. Pressure is on. Pressure's building. And he got hit before the ball was out. And that is a complete turnover on downs. Lions ball. Okay, that wasn't too bad right there. And because that incomplete pass, that stops the clock. So you don't want to drop the ball because it stops the clock. And a big pass up the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown makes it easy. First down. Look at that pose. And man, he's got those veins popping out of his muscles right there. And looks like Williams is going to get down the field. And we're going to go up the middle. Come on, get there. And a huge hit. Touchdown, Lions. Not too bad right there. Doing the gritty. Doing the gritty. Jameson Williams made the big play right there as he's dancing out of the end zone. So after they had a big run earlier, now they throw a deep pass and another one to make it a touchdown, to make it 14-0 Lions, Patriots, after we get the extra point though, which extra point is automatic anyway. So look at them dancing. Yeah, that's right, we got dancing here. And the Lions are celebrating right now, hoping to celebrate their first Super Bowl win if they can, because like I said earlier, they have not won a Super Bowl at all in their history. And it's 14-0 and 59-yard gain. And looky here. We got a kick coming our way. And it's up in the air. And the Patriots get it. They got it inside the 10. And they're going to go pass. And they get to the 27. Now Drake Maye, who has tried to go for a 4th and 4 last time, which was a 4th down conversion attempt, failed. It was turnover and downs, resulting in the Lions taking advantage and passing down the field to get a touchdown. So it's really interesting to see what happens here. And they did not throw, and he's going to try to throw a pass, and that is intercepted by the Lions. That is Campbell, number 46 of the Lions. Not bad. We were able to get an interception. First turnover for anyone, and it's only the first quarter. And let's do this again. And up, right there. And despite the ball going right of a defender, the receiver wasn't fast enough, and they didn't connect. Incomplete. Okay, we gotta deal with that. And here we go. And short pass, and he dropped it. So he did not hold on to the ball as he was being hit. So the result, incomplete pass. Gonna try this again, and right there, and incomplete. So we are on the 46. They're 46. They're telling us to punt. Seriously? No. Can we? I'd like to see if we could kick a field goal. 63 yards. 63 yards. Let's do this. 63-yard attempt coming our way. Here we go. Up in the air. Is it up? Is it up? It is good. 63 yards. That was a deep one. That was actually a very deep kick. Whew. That is a very impressive kick, going 63 yards. 17-0 Detroit Lions. New England going to be getting the ball right here inside the 10. And here we go again. And down to the 23. The Patriots once again get the ball. But they're still probably reeling after an interception, resulting in a first attempt for a field goal by the Lions. So, up. Whoa. Now, I know you weren't seeing ghosts there. That was just overthrown. Whew. Yikes. It was just overthrown right there. And now we got overthrown pass here. And here we go. And blocked there by a running back. And despite the dive, and he gets a good run. And ooh, hard tackle right there. But unfortunately, it is a first down for New England with 7 seconds to go. And I guess they're going to keep the clock going. And 2-1, here we go. And pressure's on. He doesn't pass. Another first down. And that is the end of the first quarter. But the Lions already dominate with a 17-0 lead. So, not too bad. Not too bad. That was a good pass to the defender right there. Campbell made a key interception right there. And even though we have tried to go down the field, the Patriots have tried hard to make some good defensive plays. But the Lions had a good run that also told them, hey, we're going to run this ball. So that was a big one right there. And it's now 1st and 10 again on the 45. So far, the Patriots might have a chance to get their first touchdown of the game if they keep getting aggressive. And a quick pass that is tipped, I think, and they got 9 yards. All right. So they got a 9-yard gain on that. And they got a chance for another first down here. 2nd and 1 on the 36. And ran into a guy, and it's a loss of a yard. That is Jack Campbell again. This time, he made a key tackle. The guy tried to run, low tackle, stopped it right there. So that was aggressive right there. And we're going to do an audible because they might be going down the field. So we're going to put a little pressure. And pressure. And did he get it? It looks like they say he did. First down on the 35-yard line. Turns out the blitz was read too easily. And they're going to run again. They got some key blocks right there. Another first down. All right, Trayvon Henderson finally gets some action here for the Patriots, apparently. Patriots are really getting down the field. This is exactly what they want in the Super Bowl. They want action. They want drama. And right there, guy was wide open, and he gets rocked. Only a 3-yard gain, but they still get down the field. Looks like we better hope and pray we could stop him here. And here we go. Patriots going to be doing that. They forgot to watch the defender on a jet sweep, and that was Muhammad that made a key tackle right there. Now it's a 2-yard loss. That is now 3rd and 9. That's just deepest situation here. They're going to try and run it here, and hard sack right there down to the 32, and they might have to go for a field goal, and they will. They will go for a field goal, and that's going to be a easy one right there, probably down the middle. Automatic, and that is going to be, wait. Oh, it was going to the right, but it stays inside the lane, and it's a first points for the Patriots. That's a field goal. First points right there. So the Patriots get on the board. It's now 3-17. Not too bad right there. And here we go. We're going to get ready to run it. Here we go. We're already going to get down to the 25. Now we're on 26, apparently. And let's try to get down the field quickly, though, because we can. And looks like it's going to be a situation where the guy and he makes the catch, and whoa, what is this? What is this? He just did a few moves, and boom, baby, down to 50, and Xbox let me know I got points, but look at that. That was insane. He makes the catch, gets one guy off, was able to not only do that, he was able to run in and get a first down and more. 1st and 10 on the 50, and that is the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning is the basic warning that happens every 2nd and 4th quarter. So Now we're going to get down the field again or do a screen pass. We got to watch that whole they don't figure it out. And there's a block right there, block right there, block right there. And there's some England defenders, and they get a big chunk of yards. That is 23 yards. So getting down the field quickly. And, oh, man, they were about to hit the quarterback hard. And 2nd and inches. We're going to run the ball. We got to run the ball right here. And it's going to be Montgomery, looks like, on there. Here we go again. And he gets running and running inside the 10 and down to the 3. And New England calls their first timeout. Okay. So it's going to be a big situation here. Montgomery in a situation, and he's going to run in, and he fights, and did they say he made it? No, they say he did not make a touchdown. That is okay. And New England gets their 2nd timeout used, so, all right, here we go. It's pretty much all in the favor of the Lions so far. After a great run now. Now they're going to try and get down the field, and owie. All right, they just used their last timeout, and we can't do a run. They're gonna see it right quickly. The Patriots are, so we're gonna have to pass quickly. And right there, and touchdown Lions! Touchdown Lions, and they took advantage of New England using their timeouts to get another touchdown on the field. Like who? You go this way. You go that way. I'm over here. Let's go. Woo! What? Because they wouldn't tell me what the heck they were doing there. That was the craziest dance moves I've ever seen. But look at this. He just went right there and made a touchdown and dived right into it. All right. And that was a big one right there. And we got a field goal coming for the extra point. Lions get it easy, automatic. Right there. 24-3 is the score. And 75 yards. And Dan Campbell, the head coach for the Lions, is ecstatic because he was able to help his team get down the field quickly. And here we go. That's Henderson, the running back. He's going to get on the 1. And he gets taken down at the 23 before he can get to the 25. And now Drake Maye is probably exhausted, but he knows he has to get down the field. If they could get down the field, they could probably get 3 more points or a touchdown, whatever works. And right there, and up the middle to Henderson, and huge play right there. And not on the hurry-up offense. I am not going to let it be easy for them. I am going to make sure that they know that I'm not going to stop the clock. And here we go. And there's a deep pass that they threw right into the Lions sideline. So it's 24 seconds on the clock right now. So far, they got a lot of pressure on them. They're on their own 36. And we are so far defending well. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Drake Maye gets sacked, and I mean hard. 9-yard loss. And they got 8 seconds, 7 seconds. The clock is ticking. They got to make one last play. And 2 and 1. And they have lost their chance. So that is now halftime now. That means we have gone through the first 2 quarters, and the game is 4 quarters. So we're midway through the game. It is 24-3 Lions. And I can't get too comfortable, though. The Patriots have shown some pretty big sparks on offense, though. So that is pretty interesting how we handle it. And we're able to run right through, get a first down, as it shows in the play. And even though they have some great offense, sometimes, though, the defense is like, nope, denied. But then we show moments like this, where we run down the field and get the first touchdown of the game. Drake Maye, 10 for 15, 93 yards, 1 interception. Jared Goff, 6 for 10, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Gibbs already got 100 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. But now they have to get the ball first because we have successfully got the kickoff. Here we go. And there we go. And we're gonna run down the field down to the 25 already, and Henderson got them to 25. Now New England's gonna try and get down the field, and now we got a blitz coming for us. And here we go. The blitz is coming, and Henderson's got away from one guy, and he's got a few more yards, and he just tries to point out, and he gets rocked. But he's down to the 40. That is a 15-yard gain on the play. So far, it's all on the Lions, but New England really shows some offensive sparks with knee, and that is a screen play, and they got a 3-yard gain. Screen pass, basically, is basically when they use a side pass. Now, it is a 3-yard gain, and they are trying to get down the field, but we're going to try and make sure our secondary is ready for them. Drake Maye is apparently doing an audible, I think, on us. And pressure, and the offensive line makes a good play. Stephon Diggs, 3rd and inches now. So, 3rd and inches on the 50. That's a big one right there. We're in the midfield right here. So, the Lions are going to have to hurry up, and Drake Maye jumps right through. 1st down and a little more. He got a 2-yard gain on the play, so he is helping his team out. They're on our 48, and they're going to try and get down the field. And Henderson tries to run, and he does not go much further. And no. That's not good. That is not good. That is a key player for the Patriots right there. So they're going to put him into the injury tent real quick. And they got a 2nd and 10 now as they try to get down the field on a run play, but they got stopped to the line of scrimmage like they hit a wall. And pressure, Maye gets rocked, 3-yard loss. The Lions defense was able to get right through the Patriots, and he is moonwalking now. What is he doing? Madden, can you please fix this? This is why we need competition, because if we have competition, they're going to be forced to make good games and avoid glitches. So here we go right now. Drake Maye is going to be focusing on getting down the field, and here we go. And he goes to pass right there, and Henderson makes the pass, gets a few yards, 1st down New England, and they are on the 27. This is what I'm talking about. You can't rule out New England yet. They will get down the field. They might score a few touchdowns on us if we don't watch our defense. And here we go again. And we knocked the ball down. We knocked the ball down right there. So, not too bad right there. We knocked the ball down. Now New England has to go a little deeper, or they have to do a screen pass. And they do a short pass and a gain of 3. Now, if I were New England, I'd go for the end zone right now. 3rd and 7 on the 24 end zone. Go for the end zone. And there, the guy was wide open, and he gets a 1st down again on the 13. They are inside the 20, so now they have a chance to either go for a field goal if we stop them, or they're going to go all in for the touchdown. Henderson running. Gets a few yards, and that's a 5-yard gain. All right. They are getting down the field hard. New England's really making this challenging to stop them here. Hopefully our offensive line will rest up so we can stop them here. And that's a deep pass. And another 1st down. They're on the 3. Okay, so now they're really getting aggressive. This is going to be a very aggressive Super Bowl. One of the most aggressive I've ever seen. Here we go. And Drake Maye runs in, touchdown! Touchdown, New England. They get their 1st touchdown. So now they have 2 more touchdowns to go. But hey, I'll give them credit. I will give them credit. They were able to get down the field in a hurry, and they were able to get some key plays on offense to get on the board with a touchdown. They got a field goal earlier. Now they got a touchdown. How patriotic. They went 76 yards. 76 joke, by the way, in case you want to get it. Also, this year will be the 250th anniversary of America. So, I live in America. I live in Texas. I'm happy for that. And now here are the Lions. Running down the field and up. And we tried to do a little trickery, but we failed. We're on the 27. Okay, so thanks to that epic performance by the Patriots, causing the defense to be on the field, we're going to try and take our time to get on the field for us. And now we're going to be doing a little run and a little deke, and we get 2 yards out of that. So we got 2 yards. I can celebrate a little bit because that's all you can hold them to. And you got to watch it here. Watching on the offense. Here we go. And right into traffic. And he gets a catch. A little more. And a huge first down. And that's the end of the third quarter. Not too shabby right there. Not too shabby. So New England gets their first touchdown. Now we have to get ready to get aggressive on offense so we can secure it right here. Hopefully the Lions could get their first title, but let's see what happens here on offense. And we're going to do a big pass to St. Brown. There it goes. And he dinks a guy. Touchdown, Lions. That is the nail on the coffin right there. That has to be the nail on the coffin. Not only did we get down the field, throw a deep pass, but we were able to throw a hard one and get a huge touchdown out of it. Deep pass over there helps us a lot, and we got through the defensive holes right there and zigzagged our way to the end zone. Lions, touchdown. Big one right there. And it's going to be 10-31 Lions. So far, it's going to be all Detroit here. Here we go. Extra point. Automatic. Very good. They went 73 yards. Thanks to some great offensive production. Now we need to step our defense up because last time we were out there, the Patriots not only got down the field, but they scored their first touchdown of the game. So it's definitely going to be cool if we could slow them down this time around. On the 25 again, Drake Maye pumping after he got the first touchdown for New England. I'd be pumped too because I got my team a touchdown. And just have to, well, there's a quick pass, and he does a short pass, 7-yard gain. See, this is what I'm talking about. They know what they're doing. They're trying hard to get down the field, and they're trying harder to make us work. That's what defense is about, and they just tried to pull an audible on us, so we got to audible ourselves, and we're keeping them busy as the play clock is ticking, and here we go. Here we go. We just pressure, and they get a huge first down again. Drake Maye is getting aggressive on his throwing. I gotta give him credit where credit is due a little bit. And now we have to wait a little bit on the New England. They're gonna do a run here, and they will get a few yards there, and a 6-yard gain. So good pickup. I'll give him that. Now we're gonna try and hopefully stop him with a key play or a pick. And, oh! Good defense right there. And that is a 3rd down and 4 situation. That was a huge dive right there. But unfortunately, not enough for New England. And they do a screen pass. And Henderson gets a first down and more. And they're doing the hurry-up offense. I don't blame them a little bit. I don't blame them. They're going to try and hurry us up a little bit. And quick pass, dropped. Got rocked. But stops the clock. We don't want to stop the clock. We got to eat the clock. We got to make them eat the clock. And here we go here. And watching. Here we go. And 4-yard gain. And that is going to be a 3rd and 6 situation. And that was a deep pass. And knocked away. And they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 6. No one has done a 4th down conversion yet. We haven't either. But we also got down the field, kicked a field goal earlier. So it could go well for us. And they're going to go for it. Drake Maye, guy's wide open. And we miss him. And a first down. First 4th down conversion goes to New England. And Drake Maye is definitely trying hard to keep his team alive. Henderson going to try and get down the field, and he gets rocked behind the line. 1-yard loss. Hurry up offense here, but we're going to audible, trying to make sure that they don't get even closer to where they want. And Lions hopefully to get aggressive. And a huge sack. 3rd and 19. 5th sack of the game. And now they are on the 37. They want to get down the field quickly. And Hurry up offense, and pressure's on again, and down to the 46. And this is their oh no, oh no, 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 oh no, they're in trouble, they're in trouble. They are gonna be trying again. Deep pass coming, and Diggs gets the catch, but it's a turnover on downs. Lions ball on the Patriots 31. I'm kidding, it's the Lions 31. But despite that pass, unfortunately, not enough. So, getting ready to get down the field here. So far, the Lions have finally gotten their stop they need. And there's a deep pass. And he had it, and he didn't. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted the clock to be stopped. But instead, they were able to take advantage of that and get that. And there's a pass up the middle. And did he catch it? Yes, he did. Big catch right there. Lions get the ball. That is a first down. And we're about to get into the 2-minute warning, so we're going to make one more play before we get to the 2-minute warning. And here we go. Up the middle, and a huge first down. And Gibbs gets a big rush there, and while he total 100 yards, now we get a 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning now, and they're going to show the replay of his run. So not too bad. He needs 8 yards to make 100 yards rushing. So looking forward to that right there. And here we go. Gibbs is going to get down the field. And up. It's a run. He's going to go for a touchdown, Lions! They did it! And he was able to make a pitching motion and throw the ball. Jamar Gibbs gets a rushing touchdown again and was able to get down the sideline for the big touchdown. So now we have to see if the Patriots can respond to that, because this could be the last play on offense we did right there, because we actually been pretty dominant on offense. Every single time we get the ball, we score. It's 38-10 right now. We've seen no scores in the Super Bowl before. Now, New England's going to be asking themselves what they did wrong. What did they do wrong? Well, I'll tell you. You tried to go for a 4th and I think 19 instead of punting, and you got rocked. All right, they got less than 2 minutes though, so anything can happen. They're going to try and run. Ran right into blue. So now it's going to be a third time I guess, because it's 1st and 10, and they think it's the third time they play in the 4th. And here we go. Henderson gets rocked at the line of scrimmage. So it's a first down to second down, 2nd and 10. And now Drake Maye is going to try for a pass here. It's pressure on the Lions. That was a screen pass. They were able to get there, and he did not get out of bounds. New England isn't using a timeout. If I were New England, I'd use a timeout right now. At least stop the clock so you get a chance to get down the field. And fumble! And New England recovered it. Unfortunately, it is 4th and 11. Looks like it's going to be their last chance. I thought that was our last offensive try, but unfortunately for us, they are going for it. And there's a deep one. Jumping, and the ball gets knocked away. Lions ball on the 22. We're going to run it. Okay, so we're going to run the ball here and make our last play of the offensively before we take the knee. And it's a 2-yard gain on the play. So I'm going to do the special teams. We're going to do QB kneel. And 3, 2, 1. And the Detroit Lions have won their Super Bowl. They did it. 38-10 is the score against New England. And we gave the Lions what they wanted. A Super Bowl. Now, usually, I would probably skip some of this, but this is important because the Lions are happy and they are pumped. They won the Super Bowl and they are jumping for joy. Jared Goff is talking. Now, who's going to be MVP? I think it's going to be Gibbs, the running back. He made a couple of touchdowns. And here come the Lions trophy of the Lombardi Trophy. Their first Super Bowl. Who gets the MVP? Yep, I think it's Gibbs. Roger Goodell is going to hold the Bar Trophy, and it is who I thought. Mark Gibbs, Super Bowl MVP. Oh my goodness. Now, I might do at least one more before Super Bowl Sunday, but we'll see what happens from here. But Lions win. If you guys enjoyed it, this whole thing, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about these videos. See you next time. God bless you, rock. Don't forget it.